Welcome back, YouTube. How is everybody over here? It's been a little while. Welcome back. I'm Danielle. As many of you know, Danielle, a happy medium. And in today's video tutorial, we're going to talk about Mel's question. It's coming from the United States of America. And it's a big topic, which is on the tongues of many people at the moment. And it's sitting in the power. And the hints and tips that me and my team can give you to help you get that more better experience when you're sitting in the power for yourself or for the spiritual world. And one that I think when done right is done to the, it's amazing. Anyway, so welcome back, everybody. It's been a little while since we had a little upload here on the channel. If you hear the background noise, my apologies, but we're still in the mix of lockdown and everybody's sort of very busy and vocal at the moment. So like I say, it's been a little while since we've had an upload here on the channel, and it's really nice to be back. And I've missed all of yous actually. So I hope everybody is doing really well, and I hope yous have been busy with your mediumship or just general day-to-day life. But like I say, Mel gave me this question, and she asked me, Danielle, there's lots of different terminologies out there of how you do sit in the power. There's lots of different terminologies of, how one sees it versus the other sees it. And for me personally, I'm always going to say to people, before we even get into the hints and tips that I can give you, and remember, these are only from my parameters, this is from my viewpoint, it may work for some, may not work for everybody. So, always take that into consideration, especially with the content on the channel as well. Not everything's going to work for everybody, some of it will, some of it won't. So obviously, take everything with a pinch of salt. And, now it's gospel here, apart from unless I'm talking intelligence, which, the intelligence there for all the right reasons. But yeah, this version coming from Mel. And for me, sitting in the power, it needs to have some intent. It's got to have some, even your mediumship, it's got to have some intent. What you're sitting for, you're sitting because you want to connect the guides. Do you want to sit because you want a better, relationship with the spirit world? What is it? What is it that you're doing? Why is it that you are sitting for the spirit world? Excuse me. I've got myself a bit of a tickly cough there. So straight away, that's the basis of anything you do for the spirit world, and sitting in the power is exactly the same. And lots of people say to me, well, how did you build your relationship with the spirit world, and how did you stop like all of these, like the monkey mind and these eyes coming in and this coming in and that coming in? And it's practice. That's what it is. And I think we don't talk about that enough in mediumship development. It's practice. It's about giving yourself time. Not everything's going to come straight away. You've got to sort of master it to the way that is best for you. Not what's best for Joe Blogs or anybody else. It's about what's best for you. And I talk about that massively here on the channel. It's important that you get them parameters for you and for you alone. But for me personally, intention's probably one of the biggest things that we need to start with when we're sitting in the power. Next, common sense savvy here, folks. Get somewhere where you're not going to be disturbed. That's the next step. No good sitting where there's loads and loads of people flushing around you, because that's just going to take your mind away from anything that is relatively important. You're not going to be able to relax. You're not going to be able to sort of concentrate, etc, etc, etc. So somewhere where there's no traffic and there's no people is really helpful. You could be sitting in a chair, lying down, whatever it works for you. I have sit in the power, lay down. It doesn't really work for me, that one, but I know a lot of people that it does work for. So if it works for you, by all means do that. If you need to sit, make sure you're not slouching. You're not like this in the chair. Do you know what I mean? Get yourself a bit of posture going on. Get yourself sort of sat up, so you're not like that on the chair. Otherwise, that's not really going to be very beneficial, because we need the lungs, for sitting in the power. We do for meditation and all. Do you know what I mean? You need access. You need some space here. We want to be opening up this heart space, because after all, sitting in the power is, as is mediumship, something from the heart. And that's really important, I think, when you're sitting for the spirit world, or you're sitting for yourself, or whatever it may be, making sure that this heart space is open. If you slouch down like that and you're like crunched in like this, you're gonna have a bit of a hard time one, breathing, and two, finding that center, which is healing heart, which is what we do all of this work for. So that's a really important point here, and that type of thing. If you want to put these candles and things on, You know, I always say to people, and again, going right back to what I've just said there, do what makes you feel happy. If you want the candles on, put them on. If you didn't want any candles on, didn't put them on. You know, sitting in the power, I think we need to make sure as well that people understand that there is no noise. There is no background noise. There is no music. Anything with music, anything with background noise is not sitting in the power. That's meditation. If you're being told what to do, that's meditation. Allowing is you put the intention in, you go within and you learn to become a recognition of the lungs. This is where I'm talking about, and they go slouching down, because you need to feel that rise and fall, or you need to take the attention of your mind to the chest. Now this really does calm the monkey mind down, and it's important that we make sure we keep our mind here. And what tends to happen is when we start to allow and when we start to let go, the conscious mind is going to want to kick in. And I have got some free, you know, sitting in the power techniques coming up via my website, which is www.daniellehappymedium.com. So if you're interested in checking some of this out, by all means, come on over. I mean, I don't charge for them things, but, you know, these are all for free. But anyway, you know, make sure that you're sitting with, you know, your mind is coming here. And when the monkey mind starts kicking in, what you need to say at the conscious mind is all's well here. There's no problems. Everything is all right. And that will quieten the conscious mind down. Because as we start to release, as we start to let go, us as the human, especially when we're sitting in the power, when we're allowing the spirit world to take control of the mind that little bit more, that little bit more, that little bit more, the conscious mind's going to be like, no, you know, that's your ego going, no, don't do that, no, 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 no. And what you've got to just tell the ego is look, everything's all right here. The spirit world's looking after me. Everything's going to be okay. And that'll be enough to settle the conscious mind. That'll be enough to tell the conscious mind, oh, everything's okay here. We let go a bit more. And every time that fear kicks in, every time you feel a little sort of, you know, and these types of sort of panicky, just tell the conscious mind everything's all right. Nothing to worry about. Everything's working out here for me. Do you know what I mean? And that is one of the biggest techniques I use when I use sitting in the power with my students. You know, lots of people have asked me, including Mel, she was like, you know, there's lots of conflictory information out there. And yes, granted, there is, because everybody sees the mediumship movement from a different parameters. Everybody's seeing it from their lens, their viewpoint, you know. And I'm one of the biggest cheerleaders, and not everybody, you know, gets why I scream so heavily about getting your relationship with the spirit world, because then it becomes yours. It isn't anybody else's, it's yours. And, you know, it doesn't belong to Joe Blogs or anything like that. It's yours, and you know to be true, right and accurate, because you've tested it out. You know it's right. And I think it's a really important part of your mediumship for any budding medium and professional medium for that matter. But, you know, with sitting in the power, there's some of the hints and tips that I can give you. I did a one earlier on, I think last year. I will put that at the end of the video for you as well. You know, but in answer to Mel's question, you know, make sure you keep your mind with the breath. That's really important. And when you feel these thoughts coming in, or, you know, you're feeling a bit fear-based, or you're feeling a bit panicked, just tell a conscious mind everything's all right. Another quick hint and tip is, before you even get down there, or even before you start sitting for the power, you know, stare at something in the room. It sort of makes the conscious mind go quiet, and like wait for like the eyes to either start to flicker or they'll start to burn. Like stare at it, and it'll sort of quieten that conscious mind down that little bit more. You know, sitting in the power isn't about saying things. It's about allowing whatever it is that the spirit world wants to deliver. Now, you know, if you are saying an awful lot of bad things, or you're saying this, that's the conscious mind still at play. The spirit world never shows anything bad. Or you haven't quietened the mind down enough, or you haven't got enough concentration on the breath. That can be a little bit of a hint I can give you there as well, so check that one out also. It takes practice, this one. You know, I sit religiously every day, and I have done for the last 6 years, and I never ever stop. And do you know why? Because I really enjoy it. I enjoy being in the spirit world more than I do down here. There's less drama out there, there's less hassle out there, and it's really peaceful, and I just love it. It's like home. And so I spend quite a lot of my time over there sitting in the power, and I'm not actually talking to my team all of the time. People seem to think that I'm over there sitting talking to, you know, my team. I'm not. Sometimes I'm just sitting over there because I generally want the peace and quiet. You know, I generally enjoy the peace that the spirit world has to offer me, or my inner soul has to offer me. you know, because this inside is a lot quieter than this outside. This outside is always on the go because I'm busy with the general day-to-day stuff. This inside of me is a very quiet, very gentle, very sensitive person. So I enjoy connecting with that person, and I connect with that person a lot more these days, I've got to be honest. So for Mel, I hope this has helped you a little bit with connections to your question. New upload coming up on Thursday. For those who have enjoyed the video, like, share and subscribe. I'm so pleased to be back. I've missed you, but I've been so busy, so I hope you will understand that sometimes some things I have to like sort of disappear for a while when I get like my stuff together, you know, and then I come back. Anyway, it's a pleasure as always to talk to you, and hopefully let me know your experiences in the comments below. Let me know how it resonates for you. If there's anything else you want to know on this topic, you know, pop it in the comments box. I'll certainly endeavour to get back to you. Have a great day. I'll see you all Thursday. Bye for now.